Well, this week marks the halfway point of the qualifying campaign in South America. In terms of the table, the top 5 teams are all within 3 points of one another, and it is fairly tight even within the top 7. If you go, they're within 5 points of one another. For Argentina, they can go tops or at least stay within a point of first place with a win in Lima. Edgardo Bauza's side are the late game, so they'll know what's happening elsewhere when they take the pitch. The big question for Argentina, though, Raymond, is who replaces Lionel Messi, or better yet, who fills that role? Yeah,
they've got some. There's no team in world football, in my opinion, better equipped than to compensate for the genius of Messi. And I mean compensate. They'll never replace him.
Yeah.
But they've got some great players to come in. And it's the coach's decision. He's got 2 or 3 that he could pick from.
Including Messi light, right? Paulo Dybala.
Yeah, Dybala may not even get in the game.
We know the 11. Dybala's going to start. Kranjčević is also going to start. So the question for him was not who was going to replace Messi, because he's irreplaceable and he's got a number of players who can fill that slot, but who was going to replace Lucas Biglia. And the answer there was Matías Kranjčević, who couldn't find the playing time at Atletico Madrid, so he was loaned out to Sevilla, where Jorge Sampaoli, the former Chile manager, is now starting to work him in. He gets rewarded now by Bauza to line up alongside Mascherano. The question here, though, is or the issue here is that Messi is so good at being that link up for Argentina. You know, he drops back and similar to what he does in that sort of Xavi Iniesta role for Barcelona, he can do that for Argentina as well and be a playmaker. They don't have that right now. What they have essentially is 6 defenders and 4 forwards, because you've got the 4-man back line, the 2 defensive midfielders, and then Higuaín, Dybala, Agüero, and Di Maria. So who's going to link up that play? Who's going to find the forwards?
I was about to say Dybala, who does that at Juventus. He can drop back as well and help. It was Lamela, actually, who played in Messi's role against Venezuela, but I think they'd feel
too well.
I think no, not at all. But I think they'd feel it even less if they had their best strikers on the pitch at all times, and that's Higuaín, that's Mauro Icardi, who's the hottest striker right now in Serie A. It's a scandal that he's still being kept out of the squad. This is the most ridiculous thing right now in South American football.
Well, right now, first of all, let me just say that it was Ever Banega who started in that game last time against in their last matchup, and Banega was terrible. He actually wore the number 10 on his back, which is a disgrace, because Banega is not even shouldn't be ever wear that number 10 on his back.
Just the zero, George. Just the zero.
Just the zero. But here's the thing: Agüero is going to be important, but I think the man who should have the number 10 is Di Maria. I think, to me, Di Maria is their best playmaker in the midfield in terms of assists outside of Messi, and I think he's going to be important.
Ancelotti used to use him as part of Trivote in the middle. He used him as an inside midfielder when he was at Real Madrid, so he can play that role. He's going to have to drop deeper. But I normally agree with you on the Icardi thing. Not this time, because which of those guys do you drop to put Icardi in?
You can still have him on the team, though.
You're going to play with 5 forwards? Okay, no, fine.
Absolutely
not. You can get him on the team.
Him as an only forward. That could be an option there.
But of the 4 players that are there right now, I know, sure, to get into the 23, whatever, but to get into the 11 which one of those guys is Icardi replacing?
I don't think he gets into the 11. I think he gets time, though. I think you can use him at...
Of course you do. You know I'm going to say Higuaín, right?
George, it's not a tournament final. He does well, as you say.
Up until it means something, George.
Until it means something, then okay.
So this is a stomping field right now. He'll give you 2-3 goals up to the final, right?